Another living room chat with George O'Connell, everyone's favorite. All right, quickly, I want to do a recap of the tournament I just went and my opponents and some of the games, just my thoughts off the top of my head. For those who didn't know, this week was the double list throwdown. Jesse Cornwell hit it out of the ballpark. He took one of the coolest things that Jesse did this tournament was he had tons of prize support. And he pulled a Todd Perkins, where he didn't just give the people who won the event the big trophies. He did raffles, so everybody, had an equal chance. Everyone walks away, and he had so much prize support. This was like a free tournament easily. I bet you for almost everybody. Even the goodie bag was fantastic. So Jesse did a fantastic job. Hopefully next year this tournament gets a lot more people because Jesse really worked hard, and his gaming club really supported him. And it was just a fantastic event from that. And plus, if you've never been to Charleston, West Virginia, it's an experience. So definitely make the trip down. Hotel rooms were cheap. Joey Greco turned out to be my roommate. Thank you for splitting a room with me. And sorry about that mix-up. I'm used to sleeping in one bed, and there's a room with two beds. I just crawl into it. Sorry about that. It was a mistake. I know it happened 3 or 4 times, but there was nothing intended on that. And now let's go on to the recap. So I showed up on Friday, met a bunch of the Ohio guys, met up with Steve Malone. Now I met Steve at TNT, but we didn't play one another, and he was playing Kindred Elves. So we squared off for a game on Friday night. It was a slugfest. But he's a really good guy. He's very tactical. So after playing him and then playing a couple of the other Ohio guys, it's almost like they got the same mindset when it comes to the tactical looking at it. They really make you feel more like you're playing chess than King's Wars to a degree. Just fantastic guy. Really good player. He showed that at TNT and then showed it again at this event. So watch out, people, for Steve Malone. Game 1, I took a challenge match from the winner of the Adapticon. Eric Trowbridge, I hope not Troll, Trowbridge, I believe it's Eric Trowbridge. But if you don't know Eric, really good gamer. Sees the board very well, puts out those thought out moves, runs a very interesting orc list. And he does a really cool trick with it. I'm not going to get out all, because I don't have his permission to really talk about all the tricks that he does, but he really does some cool things with his orc build. My hats go off to him. Really solid player. I really enjoyed playing him. I ended up giving one of my player votes because anyone that goes to a challenge and sits there and says, "Hey, I want to beat some of the better players in the region. I'll challenge the top guys." You got to give your hands off to Eric. Eric's an Ohio gamer. Watch out. I was very, very impressed with those Ohio boys. And because metal sharpens metal. And those boys, I'm telling you, I heard that they might be going to the Kentucky event, Swords of War, what they're calling it. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but they hit that Kentucky event. There's going to be a lot of Southeast guys there. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a battle because I want to see how the Ohio guys' meta shapes up against the Southeast meta. And I think they match up really, really well. So it's going to be really interesting. And so that tournament, I heard some Mid-Atlantic guys might really go up in numbers. But my hat goes off to Eric. You're a fantastic player. I easily see why you won the Adapticon. And boy, I bet you're going to get a lot more tournament wins in the future too. So thank you for the challenge game. It was fantastic playing you and really enjoyed it. Game 2, I played another Ohio guy, Eric Reese. Eric is from the Cleveland area. He's not the same area that they are. Him and his wife Kim were there. Really fantastic people. Super nice guy. He's only been playing for 6 months. His wife's only been playing for like 3 months. But these guys are really going to fit into the hobby. Very cool people. I had a lot of enjoyable conversations with them, and I hope that he really keeps it up in the hobby. I know he's only been playing for 6 months. He got a draw against me. And I took some risk early, maybe I shouldn't have, but boy, he gave me a battle, and he almost had that game. He really almost had that game and almost broke my win streak. For a guy that's just playing 6 months, I'm afraid what that guy's going to be like in a year and a half, 2 years. I mean, wow. My hat goes off to Eric. He also had a very nice painted army. Really good guy, and as I said, your wife's fantastic. You guys are a great couple. So, thumbs up. My third opponent was Daniel Painter. I know Daniel for a while. Daniel's an excellent painter. This army, he was doing Night Stalkers. It's not fully painted yet. He just got like the basics down onto it. But I'm dying to see what he does at the end. He ended up dropping out. I don't know why. Maybe it was, something came up personal wise, but we played a game and it was really a good game. I brought a very much shooting elf list, and his Night Stalkers had no part of that, so I had to turn it into a combat list. I was able to get a massacre off of it. I was really happy, and that gave me set me up at two wins, no losses, and a draw at that point. My fourth game was against my roomie, Joseph. If y'all know him, he's a really good guy. My match is like the perfect matchup for his, because I got long range and then short range shooting. He's got just short range shooting, so he has to come across the board at me. And my guys like sitting in terrain, because when I'm sitting in terrain and you come charging into me, you're -1 and you're hindered. So, it's just a really good matchup for me. I got a big massacre win. Joe was fantastic about it. He didn't, whine or cry or nothing along those lines. He took it like a champ, even though he knew that matchup was really bad, because we played at the other tournament and Joe ended up getting best sport, so I'm really proud of him. Way to go, Rumi. My fifth game was against the beast of the tournament, Kyle Poole. Kyle brings goblins. He's another Ohio guy, really good player. If he would have ended up winning overall, I would have been really happy for him, because it would have been his first overall in Kings of War. I know he's gotten some in the past, I heard from in 40K. But a really good player. Once again, those Ohio guys, what I really like, they really see the board well, they think out their moves, they're very technical, very strong gamers. And his list is so freaking nasty. I'm not going to give it out, because I don't have permission, you know what I'm saying? By the way, anyone can talk about my list, I could give, I could care less. I'm going to be I always switch up my army to a certain degree, because I'm still testing things out for the U.S. Masters. I have a list that I want for the Masters, but I haven't committed to it 100% yet. But, wow, his goblins were really, really rough. He does some really cool things with them. And wow, wait till you see the number of units he throws onto the table. So, Kyle, thank you for a fantastic game, and I wish you nothing but the best in the future. Finally, my last game was against Chris Poole. Chris was running a Salamanders list, was very much like Joe's army. But at this point, I was the only one that was undefeated at this point. I was 4-0-1. I knew I was pretty high up in the battle points. I felt very comfortable with my paint score. So it was a dominate scenario in the middle. So my plan was to shoot out units, and then also, if he gave me units, that I'll switch off one-on-one in a heartbeat. Because the more units I can switch off with gives me the opportunity to get a draw. And a draw I thought would have gave me the tournament, would give me 4-0-2 or a minor win. And that's what it ended up being. It ended up being a minor win. It was a bloodbath, a lot of switching out of units, really good guy. I was really tired, because I'll tell you, the game before that was so, when I played Kyle was still in first place at that point. He was the only undefeated. So boy, concentrating like that, for 2 hours and knowing that you can't make a mistake against a really good player, I mean, it took a lot out of me. I bet it took a little bit out of him too, going into that next game. So I was just trying to make that last game more easier. I ended up getting a nice win. I ended up 5-0 and 5 wins, no losses, with a tie. I ended up doing well in paint. Sportsmanship, I probably got a little bit too much than I deserved, because my army was a real. People don't mind losing in combat, but they do mind being killed in the shooting phase and the magic phase. And my army does a lot of that list. So, but I still ended up doing pretty well in sports. I was pretty happy overall. I had a great time. I loved everything about the event. I liked going to the Mid-Atlantic tournaments, because I talk a lot of smack on the internet. We all know that. I mean, unless this is your first time seeing one of my videos, you're just like, what? This guy talks smack. But yeah, I talk a lot of smack. But I have fun with it. And those guys, they don't take it to heart. It isn't like other regions where, This doesn't represent us, blah, blah, blah. Can you calm down on it, blah, blah, blah. Or, well, we're going to hit you on your sports, or we're going to hit you on your pain over it. They're not like that. So it's really nice playing in the Mid-Atlantic, you know, with that mindset. I'm sure they'll get tired of my smack talk sooner or later, but the best way to shut up my smack talk, beat me on that damn table. So, but once again, outstanding event, had a blast, and just want to give a shout out to my opponents for giving me a really memorable experience, and for you out there and didn't see the wonderful big trophy I got. That's nice and gaudy, as Jesse says, but this is really cool. It looks like the Burger King guy on top. He's got a little cape on the back, nicely engraved. I mean, beautiful trophy. It's gonna go right on top of that other cabinet over there with the other trophies. Mwah! By the way, this has sort of been interesting too, because I believe I have now clinched the Iron Lord in the Mid-Atlantic, because their 2-day events are worth more points. They only have 3 scheduled this year. I've been to 2, took first place in both, and I can carry over an outside regional event where I took first place in too. So that's going to give me a perfect score from what I believe, unless they add in more and other events. That Iron Lord's mine. So that means I am now #1 in the Mid-Atlantic, #2 in the Southeast, and I want, and I pray that there'll be one big tournament where I can boost my score up, because I'll be making that return trip for that tournament. So hopefully that happens. And happy gaming. Wish you all the best. And for those going up to my next event is the Northeast. Gonna be up there, the Keystone. I'm gonna see a lot of old faces that I haven't seen in a long time. Looking forward to seeing my old friends and making new ones. See y'all later. Peace out.